Hey, what's up you guys? So today's video is going to be all of the Colorado Trail questions and answers. So I have about 17 questions here that I've been getting a lot of, or that my friends or my family have been asking me, or just like common questions, I guess. So without further ado, 17 Colorado Trail questions and answers. So question number 1 is, what is the Colorado Trail? Basically, it's just a well-established trail and the pretty much primary through hike in Colorado. It goes from Denver, Colorado to Durango, Colorado, and it's about 500 miles long, and there's a lot of different segments and stuff that you can hike. And yeah, so my second question was, how long is it? 500 miles. How long does it take to hike the Colorado Trail? Usually between 4 and 6 weeks. So I'm shooting for the middle, 5 weeks. And that's kind of my timeline and what I'm hoping to accomplish. And then another question I get a lot is, how will I get food? So for me, I decided my best way, or the easiest way, was to send myself resupply boxes. So I went to Sam's, got tons of food, broke it down into days, and then put it in like Ziploc bags, and then I took those and put them in each resupply box for each town that I'm going to resupply in. I resupply about every 5 to 7 days, which isn't bad. So pretty much just mailed myself boxes of food and other like miscellaneous supplies that I'm gonna probably need to restock on. And that kind of brings me to my next question is, how am I gonna get water? So all along the trail there's creeks and streams and water places, I guess, where I'm probably gonna fill up my water bottle, fill up my water bladder and stuff, and then I have my water purification tablets, so I'll use those to purify my water in order for it to be potable. But yeah, pretty much just getting water from nature, from the trail. And I have a data book that has all of the water places and everything that I need to know, and how far I'll have between each one, and if it's scarce or if it usually has a lot of water. And this summer there isn't as much water, it is more scarce because it is drier, and you know, hence the fires. But yeah, so pretty much just water from nature. And then another question I get is, about how many miles will I be hiking every day? So I'm going to be hiking between 10 to 17 miles a day, which is kind of on the lower end. A lot of people do like 20 or 25, but since I am spreading it out to 5 weeks, it's going to be about like 15, 16, 17 on the more middle part of my hike. The front part is going to be closer to about 10 miles a day just to get my hiking legs. But yeah, roughly between 10 and 17. And speaking of hiking, hiking's all we're talking about. How heavy is my pack? With water and with food, my pack is a little bit less than 40 pounds. It's like a couple ounces off, but almost 40 pounds, which is a lot. And I'll probably end up tossing some stuff, but also eating my food will lower my pack weight, obviously, because I'll be eating it. And then, what kind of training or preparation have I done? I have been, first off, researching and Googling so many things, a ridiculous amount of things, and like non-stop Googling is kind of insane, and just kind of getting a lot of knowledge in my head that I need for the trail, since this is my first through hike. But kind of on the physical side is what I'm assuming people are asking about, is just a lot of cardio, like a lot of cardio, more like an hour-long aerobics class, and then after that some elliptical, some stairs, and then for about probably 45 minutes each, and then after that I'll do some of the arm and leg machines, to kind of build up some muscles and also do all the cardio so I can get used to constantly moving my body. I'll probably spend 5 or 6 days a week at the gym for 2 to 3 hours, so it's just tons of cardio. Actually, well, probably closer to 3 hours, so just tons and tons of cardio. But really, I haven't been training as long as I should have been, so it will be definitely a challenge. But that's okay, because that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it, is to challenge myself. What if I decide that I can't do it and I need to quit? Well, I'm really stubborn, so what'll probably happen if that ever is like the possibility of me quitting, I know like firsthand that the first week is the hardest. So knowing that and going into the hike knowing the first week is the absolute hardest, I'll probably just push through that first week and then see how the next week goes, and maybe like by the second week I realize it's too hard or something, or I can't do it, or it's just like too much for me. Me being as stubborn as I am, I'll probably go until like 3 weeks, and by that point I'm totally willing and open, if my body needs it, to take a break and to go to a hostel or Airbnb or something around and just chill out for a while. I mean, I am definitely planning on doing the whole hike, but if something comes up where I get hurt or I get sick or I just like physically can't do it, life happens. Life is life, it's fine. But yeah, I don't really see that as happening, but it is a question, and you know, you never know with life. So really, I'll just push us on as far as I can and then find a place to stay for a while, just chill in Colorado. But yeah. And then another question I get a lot recently is, do the fires in Durango mess up your plans? They do. Of course they do. I'm not gonna walk into a fire. And the smoke is kind of crazy. But right now my plan is just to hike as far as I can. And whenever I get to like segment 24, I'll just stop and I'll camp in Molasse Campground, which is, I mean, it's fine. And if by some grace of God that there is no fire and is completely contained by the time I get there in late July, early August, that's great too. I'll just continue on hiking as I had originally planned. But I mean, I can't really do anything about the fire, but I'll just hike as far as I can. And then I also get, aren't there bears out there? What are you gonna do if you see a bear or a mountain lion? Well, first of all, I'm not gonna bother it. I'm going to mind my own business and stay away from it. And most of the time, black bears don't bother people. Like, they don't care about people. They're scared of us, if anything. Like, just I wouldn't bother it, or I would just be aware of my surroundings and not intervene between a mother and her cubs. Just really common sense, I guess. In that department, I don't really know how else to answer that. And for bears, I will have a bear bag that I'll tie up in the trees about 200 feet away from my campground. So that's kind of my only interaction with bears, is hanging my food up from them. But other than that, like, I don't plan on bothering the animals, so I don't think they're gonna bother me. And I'm only gonna be hiking during the day, not at dusk or dawn, really. So it really shouldn't be an issue. And then, I mean, if I really happen to be in front of a bear, like, that sucks. Like, there's not much I can do at that point. I can have pepper spray and stuff, but I mean, a bear's a bear. But yeah, I'm not really gonna bother them, because, you know, I'm in their home. And then, do you have protection against bears or people, or just like how do you know if you can trust people, and you know, like other people are out there, like crazy people. I have pepper spray. I have a little tiny pocket knife, not tiny, but like a pocket knife. But I mean, that's about it. And then another question like that kind of comes off of that is, how do you know if people are nice or murderers, which I kind of said before, but basically you don't. I don't know, that probably doesn't help people feel comfortable, but there's murderers and crazy people everywhere. So just the fact that I'm in a different state doesn't mean that people aren't crazy here. So I don't know, I just think common sense also goes along with that. Like if you feel like a gut feeling about someone or like something, it's probably true and like they're not cool. I don't know. So just using common sense, I guess, and not getting into situations where I'm gonna be around scary people, and just kind of I mean, I feel like as women we just kind of naturally are very aware of our surroundings and aware of the people around us and aren't very trusting, so I guess just carry around the knowledge and common sense and gut feelings I already have to out there on the trail. And then, what if you fall and hurt yourself and no one is around to help you? Well, a few things on that is there's probably going to be people around most of the trail. It's a really busy trail. The day that I'm starting is the day that so many people are starting. I would say at least like half the people doing the trail are starting the same day as I am. So it's going to be pretty busy, and all the campsites I'm planning on staying in are all going to have a bunch of people in them. So I'm assuming I'm going to make trail friends and end up hiking a bit with other people. So I'm hoping I'm not really going to be alone most of the time. And plus, like, people are going to be passing me all the time and all these different things. Plus, if I fall on the trail, I'll be on the trail and not like off of the trail very much. And so like I have a whistle, I have screaming, and I can just kind of yell for help, or if my cell phone is working I can call someone to like help me. But yeah, that comes to my next question is, are you going to have cell service if you need any help? And most of the trail I will have cell service. We live in the 21st century. There's service everywhere. It might be spotty or not strong at all, but there's still gonna be some service in like most places. Of course there's gonna be some places where there's not, but I don't see myself using my phone that much unless I'm like making a video or taking a picture or texting my mom, tell her I'm alive. So I really think my phone will like have enough battery and have enough power, and AT&T is like has really good coverage, so I'm not too worried about cell phone issues. Plus I don't see myself using it that often, but if I do need it and help, it probably will have service. And then do you know how to start a fire without matches? No, but I have so many emergency fire kits and starters that if something doesn't work I could use, or if I lose a lighter or something, I have like literally 3 backups, so that won't be a problem. And plus Colorado has a fire ban right now anyways, so I can't really create a fire because that's against the law. So I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just put some pasta in some water and wait for it to get soft, I don't know, or just eat snacks that I have, my other food. But yeah, I'm not really worried about that at all. And then last but not least is, why are you doing specifically the Colorado Trail, and why do you want to do a thru hike? So I'm doing the Colorado Trail because, as I kind of mentioned in a few videos ago, I wanted to do a thru hike after I graduated, but I didn't want to spend months and months hiking because I wasn't prepared for that. So I chose one that was about 4 weeks, and I feel like that was a good timeline for me and it wasn't too much of a like time commitment. And I felt like Colorado was somewhere that I've always wanted to go, and that's somewhere I could see myself doing a hike, and so I just thought the Colorado Trail was like perfect. And then why I just wanted to do a thru hike in general is I just graduated. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I just wanted to take time for myself and just do something that I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do later on, or just have like the means to do later on, or just the freedom. And I kind of wanted to just do this by myself as like independence, and just kind of to see if I can do it, and also just to be out in nature, because I feel like nature is one of the best places to kind of learn or to just kind of relax and enjoy life. So I'm really interested to see what I learned from being out in the woods by myself, hiking miles and miles a day and carrying a really heavy pack. Yeah, I feel like it'll be a really big experience and a really big learning opportunity and a good way to like meet people that are really cool who are also hiking. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to experience new things and while I can. And I hope if you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them. But yeah, those are my Colorado Trail questions and answers. So I will see you guys next time.